This is a Riva 63 Virtus, and the first thing to say about this is it's absolutely gorgeous. Look at the lines on that. A beautiful, beautiful boat. Now what they've done with this, it is basically a med-based sports boat, but because it's 63 foot long, it's got a surprising amount of space in it. So it kind of does a bit of everything. It's a fantastic day out, but wait till you see the interior because there's a lot more than you might expect. We're going to step on back here via the passerelle, which is extended as you can see. That's telescopic, so that slides away into there. The other thing to mention that's back here is a garage for the tender, and that's under here. We can't open it because we've got the lines crisscrossing it at the minute, so clearly that won't come up. But that's when you're at anchor, you lift that one up, tender comes out of the back. Sunbathing here as well, of course. And on we go. Now, I mentioned it's like a really fantastic day boat. Look at the space you've got here for entertaining and relaxing and enjoying. What a great place to be with friends or family. That just looks fantastic. And it's a very stylish boat. Look at this radar mast here, for example. Just looks really good. Got the color-coded satellite domes on the top there, antenna, lights, that kind of stuff. She's had a refit in 2020, and she's looking pretty good, has to be said. Table folds, and this is interesting. This bimini, the whole thing will power away. If I show you up here, you can see the mechanism for it. There we go. And what happens is that you can see, in fact, how this one is lifted up here. That one does the same. There's a similar arrangement at the front, and then the same, of course, on the other side. And so the whole lot will power down in front of the helm station and below the windscreen and disappear from sight. That's really neat. But obviously on a day like today, when we've got the sun out, it's a very welcome shade. And in fact, there are zips on here, so I'm pretty sure I'm right in saying, actually not just there, on the sides, here we go. I reckon you could probably put side sections in as well if you wanted to enclose that a bit more if the weather wasn't quite so good. Let's go and take a look at the helm. We have got a wet bar here. I wonder if I can gently move that fella out of the way. Yeah, here we go. So that is, I just put a storage in there actually, but I reckon if you wanted a barbecue, that's where that would go. And you've got a sink there as well. And then underneath that, we've got a fridge. Let's pop that carefully back. And then here's the helm position. Now, they're very keen for you to know that you're on a Riva. Riva. A Riva. You're on a Riva, but they are a fantastic boat, so you can understand why they would put that message out there quite so much. But yeah, central helm position, room for 3 people comfortably to sit along there. You've got your throttle controls, of course, bow thruster on this one, she's chaff drive. Control panel over here. And then multifunction displays, that kind of stuff is all there. We've got the cabana up at the minute. I'll show you that when we go around onto the foredeck, but normally, of course, you wouldn't have that there. When you're running, that's just there when you're stationary. Now we're going to head inside now, and this is the bit I think that will surprise, because I say it is aimed as a really upmarket kind of dayboat weekender, and yet, check this out. Look at the space in here, and look how beautiful it is. All this pale wood, the dark carpets. That is a lovely, inviting, air-conditioned area. So you're out for the day, you have a bit of lunch, gets a bit hot and you want to come in and chill out. No problem. Likewise, you know, you head from, I don't know, Palma over to Ibiza and you want to spend the weekend there and then come back. Well, we're not short of places for you to sleep. Look at this. So we've got the owner's cabin here in the bow. There is, of course, wardrobes about the place, that kind of thing. We've got AV equipment in here, we've got air conditioning, and we have an ensuite just for this cabin. There we go. So there's a shower in there. It's a rotating shower screen that comes around to close that off. The shower itself you can see in there, and then the loo and the basin and so forth, but beautifully done again, isn't it? Really, really nice. Now if we head on aft, we've got, of course, the dinette on this side, but on this side is the galley, And actually, it just looks like a sideboard, but hidden away in here is things like the sink is in there. We've got stuff on here at the minute, so I can't show you all of this, but I can show you that the hob lives underneath there. We've got microwave tucked away up there. Crockery. Even dishwasher in here. So it is actually, quietly, a fully functioning galley. There'll be a fridge here somewhere, of that I feel sure. There it is. And another one. So again, want to spend a weekend, want to spend a week, want to spend a month, you could do. Okay, let's head aft again. We've got some of the distribution panel fuses, that kind of stuff, or circuit breakers I should say, they're not fuses, in there. And then there are two cabins back here. There's this one with crossover berths, like so. And this has got a hanging locker tucked away underneath. Day heads is opposite. So that's what that cabin would use at night, obviously. Separate shower in there. Very nice. And if we hook on around here, this will take us down into the VIP guest cabin. In fact, arguably, this may be even the master cabin. I mean, these are such good sized cabins, both this one and the one up in the bow. I don't know, maybe this is the owner cabin. Big hang lockers again. AV equipment. That, I suspect, is probably a little dressing table. Well, otherwise it's done in the leather. Ooh, there we go. Yeah, that drops down like that, and there's a mirror in there, so that is what that is. And then this one has its own ensuite. So in fact, at night, each cabin has its own dedicated toilet, albeit the small cabin uses the day heads. Yeah, this is the owner's cabin, isn't it? That's fantastic. Basin over on this side, and then a really good shower in here. There we go. Nice. Really, really nice. Fantastic. Let's press on a bit further. We're going to take a look around the outside. Also going to take a look at the engines. And they are monsters. But yeah, look at this. Impressive, isn't it? Really impressive. It's like the ultimate weekender. But as I say, if you wanted to do more, there's no reason why you couldn't. Okay, let's head on back out through here, back through this nice big spacious cockpit. We've got the sunbed as we saw when we came on. Look how they've colour coded the speakers, the speaker grills. They're normally white, but they've been colour matched exactly to the cream GRP. This is the bimini that we saw that folds away. This wonderful sweep of curved windscreen. That is beautiful. And then we'll come right up on forward. We've got a cabana here. This drops away. You can see it's got the little gas strut there, so that can fold down flat. And then in fact, you can see how you've got a solid piece there with a rail on. So that rail, basically then it just extends all the way around. That's rather neat. Sunbathing here. We come right up onto the bow. Look how flush all this is up here. It's really cool. Anchor chain lockers, anchor capstan, cleats, anchor. Some of this stuff is fairly obvious, isn't it? Look at the way they've protected the gel coat with these stainless steel fillets so that the line does not rub anywhere on the GRP. Lovely. That's how she looks from here. We're going to head back down this side. The last thing to talk about is engines. That is a smart looking boat. I mean, you would look so cool rocking up in, I don't know, Portofino, Ibiza, wherever you go. This is a work of art. Okay, engines are down here. Let's have a look. So down here we've got a pair of MAN V12 1,400 horsepower diesel engines. So they're giving the boat about 40 knots. She has got the performance to match the looks. Properly fast. Cruising there for 35, that would be spectacular. And on a boat like this, with deep V hull and that kind of hull length, that would be a pretty effortless ground covering experience. We've got the battery management over there, so charging, that kind of stuff. We've got generator, that's tucked away down the back. Even water maker on this one. So again, despite being kind of like a sports boat, it's a pretty luxurious one. That's tender gauge. That's what comes down there. And that, as we mentioned before, opens at the stern. There we go. And that, I think, pretty much covers it. Let's come back out of here. There we go. I'm going to come up to this lovely helm. I'm going to say massive thanks to Boatsters Black. They are the brokers for this one. Got a feeling they're doing charter as well, so if you fancy chartering it, have a word with those guys. I might be wrong, but I think I heard them say that. And yeah, let me know what you think in the comments, but I'm a little bit in love with that. I think that is a nice bit of kit. We will catch you on one of these real soon. Take care. Bye-bye.